Hello, it's Sam, and I decided to try and build a Mars rover. However, I kept crashing and burning, so I went away and had some wine. And I came back after I'd had some delicious Shiraz and decided to build a solar plane, which would obviously be much easier. That's what I thought, anyway. But I'm terrible at this game. I had to abandon the Mars rover anyway because I've not even landed on the moon yet, which doesn't bode well. But anyway, I came up with this thing. Uses the ion drives with the xenon gas chamber thingamabob, and he's got a battery on the back and a shit ton of solar panels. Large wingspan, so it's pretty much a glider, but with a little bit of propulsion. An SAS module because I can't be asked to sit around and, you know, steer it manually, because it really is a pain to get the right angle. Just going to hit save because why not, and we'll launch it and see how it does. Now this thing is horrendously slow. I'm not even kidding, it's really slow. I mean, I think the top speed is like, if you're in a nosedive, obviously you can hit terminal velocity, but if you want to do a gentle incline and still maintain speed, I think it's something like 34 meters a second. Let's put the parking brake on. There we go. Right. So at the moment it's night time, so we're going to speed it up a little bit. Try and catch the sun so that I can get solar power to my engines. Whoop. Maybe a little bit higher. There we go. Right, so as you can see, they are now receiving 0.36 energy flow, which won't be enough to charge the battery. Should keep 2 of the engines running though, which is enough. Are you ready, Jebediah? Can't guarantee you won't burn to death in a horrible blaze of glory, but it'll be worth it. So I'm going to put on the SAS for now, engage the engines, put it up to 4 speed because it really is slow. Probably take off the SAS because it does tend to weave around a little bit, get a little bit of lag because I've just started my computer up. Probably should have waited, but I am too lazy. So, oh god, okay. Not got much control. As you can see, very slow. I've been forgetting to hold down that, which actually does add some speed, forcing air under the wings. And when we get to the end of the runway, I will take the speed boost off. Otherwise it will probably explode. So as you can see there, we get some lift. Should have probably turned the quality down before I started recording, but it's too late now. I'm only doing one take. Screw it. And I think we should take off just before we hit the water. I mean, the energy's probably going to cut out. Yeah, probably going to lose the middle engine before we take off. Hopefully not all of them. That does happen sometimes. And lift off. It does barely take off, but once you're in the air, put the SAS on there. Start to drop in speed a little bit and get some height. But once you're in the solar rays, it's not too bad. Not too much energy coming through at the moment. The engines are, that one's cutting out. That one's fine. So we'll leave it at that, even though the frame rate's gone down to 8 frames per second, which is rubbish. Didn't have this problem earlier. Oh well, it's too late now. If we angle it a little bit more towards the sun, we should increase the power. Let's see, let's drop it more. 0.34, that's probably not going to be enough to charge the battery, but... Oh no, it is, just barely. So we should have a constant engine, okay, maybe not, no. I just failed really hard. But we're in the air, completely solar powered, no fuel used, the only fuel is the xenon stuff. Burns that very slowly, but you do have a finite amount, so you will crash and burn eventually. It's very slow. Don't go very far at all. It's just the novelty of having a solar-powered aircraft. One thing to note is that I've not put a parachute on here, so if Jebediah screws up, it's his life on the line. He can't leave. If everything goes wrong, this aircraft will go down with him, and his fate will be sealed. You can see right now I've got it so it's slightly increasing in speed, and the altitude's climbing still. That's because I think the angle of the sun now is powering our solar panels fairly well. So if you have a look there, right click on there, 0.44, so it's more than when we started. The battery is, can't see, the battery is charging, slowly, but it is charging. It doesn't give you much power once the solar panel's cut out, but it gives you enough to manoeuvre into a gliding position so you can land. So it's not too bad. If you wanted, I suppose you could add an array of batteries, but again, you want to avoid having too much weight on this thing. Otherwise it will sort of collapse and die in a horrible manner. We are approaching the islands. We're not even halfway, but we're approaching them. I'll see how high I can get this thing anyway, and we'll try and land, and if I don't, well, there you go. Right, we're approaching the island now. I found a flat beach part, which I've aligned myself with, and we'll try and glide it in. I think that's a runway, I'm not sure, but I'm going to land on the beach anyway. It's relatively